Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to learn about different types of functions. By mapping, there are different types of functions. One-to-one, that is injective function. Onto, another name for onto function is surjective function. Into function, bijective function, and many-to-one function. One-to-one functions are also called injective functions. For one-to-one function, each input goes to a different output. Means no two different numbers in domain should share the same answer. Or in simple words, no sharing is allowed. Here in this example, 1 is mapped with 4, 2 is mapped with 5, 3 is mapped with 6. For each input, the answer is unique. But if I map this 2 with the same element 4, then it will be no more one-to-one. Let's identify one-to-one functions. In the first and 4 mapping diagram, two different inputs are sharing the same output. That is B and C. Both are mapped with a single element, that is Y. And in figure 4, B and C are mapped with I. So these are not one-to-one function. But second and third are one-to-one, as each input has a unique output value. Onto functions are also called as surjective functions. In such type of functions, every output has an input, means nothing should left behind in the output. Or we can say that range of the function should equals to set B. For explaining this, I'm going to write this mapping in the form of ordered pairs. That is, for this function, 1 is mapped with A, 2 is mapped with B, 3 is paired with C and D, 4 with D. As we know that range is the second element of the ordered pair, so range of this function is the set containing A, B, C, D. Clearly we can see that this range is equals to the set B. Let's check for an onto function. In the first diagram, function is that x is mapped with 1, y is mapped with 1, z is mapped with 2, and w with 3. Now check for the range. Range is 1, 2, 3. Which is equals to set B. When range is equals to set B, it means the function is an onto function. Now let's check for the second one. First write it in the ordered pair form. X is mapped with 1. Y is also mapped with 1. Z is mapped with 2. And W is mapped with 3. The range for this set will be 1, 2, 3. Here range is not equals to set B. Instead, the range is a subset of set B. It means this is not an onto function. Some outputs are left out in an into function. Here in this example, you can see that this 4 is left, means not mapped with any of the input. Or we can say that range of the function should not equals to set B. Means range of the function should be a subset of set B. For this function, 5 is mapped with 7, 6 is mapped with 8, 7 is paired with 9, and 8 is paired with 10. Now we find the range for this function. It is the set containing 7, 8, 9, 10. We can see that this range of the function is the smaller set as compared to B. First of all, this range is not equals to set B, and this range is a subset of set B. This is the condition for an into function. Bijective function is a special function because it is one-to-one and onto at the same time. In this example, each input has a unique output, means function is one-to-one and all outputs are used, so it is onto at the same time. That's why it is a bijective function. Here are some more examples. The first one is a bijective function because for each input there is a unique output and all the outputs are used. Second one is not a bijective function because for two inputs the output is same, as it is not one-to-one function, so it is not bijective. In the third one, all the outputs are not used. 3 is left, it is not mapped, so it's not a bijective function. In many to one function, two or more inputs give the same output. In this example, three different inputs A, B and C are mapped to the same output 4. Here are different types of functions. Can you identify their types? These key points will help you. Thank you for watching.